Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, we've added a new line of content because I'll still be doing covers. So I hope you enjoy this new content. If you're new, welcome. My name is Franca. I'll be sharing covers and everything music to keep your experience with music fresh and cool. So I hope you stay, you subscribe, and become a part of my little music club. So I remember when I was in high school, when I got a phone, I used to listen to FM radio, and then because now I didn't know how to download songs, I used to figure that recording thing so that it records the whole thing, and then later I have to go to BB and then search for music and download, and I can't really appreciate the existence of podcasts enough, because I find them very convenient and useful, because if I find there a playlist that I really like, I just hit download and I have it on my phone to listen to even when I'm offline. So I hope you really enjoy this music podcast, and yes, let's get right into it. So as you can tell by the title, I'm here to hook you up with 5 amazing music podcasts that you're gonna find so enjoyable. They play Kenyan and African playlists. So number 5 is Afropop Radio. So this podcast features music from all over Africa. So the playlists are mixes from DJs and sometimes playlists that they've curated them for themselves. And what I love about this podcast is that they give you random facts about the music, how it was composed, and why it was composed, why it was relevant at its time. And it just gives you a really good insight into the music. You get to understand it a bit more. And also what I love about it is that their playlists are so long. The playlists are from 1 hour to 2 hours to 3 hours, which I really love, because if you maybe doing a whole lot of chores that day, you don't have to go back to your phone and just add a playlist or add a song or change a playlist. It can take you through a whole lot of time to get your work done. Number 4 is Moto Music Podcast, which is hosted by NJ. So this also features African music of all genres. What I love about this podcast is it features music from the mainstream and also underground, and that means you get to experience the everyday music as well as discover very new music. And what I love about this playlist is the way they have curated them. You get to use them for events and parties, especially if you're hosting people and you're just intimidated by creating a playlist. You just go there and download that playlist, and it's really good for hosting people. Number 3 on my list is Afropop Worldwide. So this is a podcast hosted by judges from Cameroon. What's unique about this podcast is you get to experience African music in genres that originated from the West, like rock music, bachata, Latin pop, soca. These are for me it was really interesting, because I didn't know that there are Africans who are breaking the boundaries of cultures and creating music that is not necessarily relatable to Africa, but people are exposed to it and they enjoy it. And for me to listen to African music that was in rock was really, for me it was really interesting, because mostly it was just shouting, but for me it was really interesting, and you get to see all these genres in an African way. Number 2 is Music Time in Africa, which is hosted by Hipa Williams, who has studied cultural music. And what I love about this podcast is it plays from contemporary music to also deep cultural music, the traditional music, hizo zenye watu walikuwa wanaibanga music first, from that music. It also offers cultural background of the music, so you get to understand how actually music has evolved with time in Africa. And it's one to really look out for and really enjoy, because it's really amazing. My number 1 on the list is Adobe Podcast. You guys, for me this was a treasure that I just discovered, because this podcast is so amazing, especially if you love Kenyan music. For me, I've never been so exposed to Kenyan music, because most of my genres are R&B and soul, and in my mind I really didn't get to hear a lot of R&B music. But for this podcast, I'm telling you, I got to discover so many musicians that you guys, they have really amazing music. So this podcast is hosted by Pesh, Michelle, and Adoveli. Shout out to them, they're really doing an amazing job. So for this podcast, you get to really discover new music. Let me just say that. They don't play really mainstream music. They play mainstream music, but that's not their main thing. They play underground music, and I really love how you get to discover very many, like we have so many artists in Kenya, you guys. I didn't even know that, and I really enjoy their music. So their playlists are usually DJ mixes or maybe, and sometimes self-curated playlists. So please make sure you check them out. My best playlist is R&B and soul. My God, you get to discover so many musicians in that playlist, and I really hope you enjoy this podcast. So what is common about all these podcasts is they have exclusive interviews with artists, and they also hold very engaging discussions about the music scene and the music that people like and the different things that people experience with music. And I really love that about this pod. So I really hope you get to check these podcasts out, and I really hope you did enjoy them. If you're going to try them out, please comment down below. Also add other podcasts that maybe you've listened to that I have not mentioned, because these are the ones that I've interacted with and I really love. So comment down below if you have any other podcast that you listen to and you really find it enjoyable, and we help each other out. And also if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.